What's going on? We back. Good for Sports TV. We in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. One time for one time. Most definitely blessed. Just witnessed Caleb Plant. Just disarm and beat the fuck out of Jose Uzcátegui. Um, yes, Tony G, Sweet Hands did his thing, man. Made it look, easy at times, man. He fought through some adversity, cut eye, fought through the championship rounds. He had been through the 12th round before. Uzcátegui's never seen the 12th round. You know what I'm saying? Despite what Caleb Plant coach is saying, though. So, pretty much, I think it was a great fight. I told you it had two great styles, and that's what you want to see. You want to see two good guys scrapping out for a belt. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're seeing. You had the pressure fighter that was known as a big puncher. You had the, guy that people said that couldn't punch. That was more finesse. He showed aggressiveness. He showed when he sat down his punches and moved forward that he had more power than Uzcátegui tonight. Now, Uzcátegui came in a little bit dehydrated. You know what I'm saying? Ray Mancini, even though he sucked on TV, I think he pointed that out. And that's one thing I try to tell you guys to look out for is that these guys, they ain't coming in the ring and they dry. They come in the ring and they dry. They 9 times out of 10 they ain't hydrate the right way. Now you get like Uzcátegui, you get to the now you get into the championship rounds. You see what I'm saying? And he still ain't sweating. Then it's a hydration issue. He came in like 165, almost 3 pounds below the weight limit. So he did himself no service. Now these guys were more natural middleweights than anything, even though neither one accomplished much on the world title level as a middleweight. But a lot of these dudes can really make under 168. Benavidez is another guy who walked around. David Benavidez at 320, 340 pounds as a teenager. Alex Ariza said he can get him under 168 pounds. Okay, he said he could have got him down to a catch weight to fight Golovkin. You got Caleb Plant that could do a catch weight. I'm gonna tell you, them the two dudes that Canelo Alvarez ain't gonna fuck with. All right, Ricky E, salute. Jose put up a great fight. Caleb Plant was a better fighter. Exactly. Angel 313. What's going on? I picked Uzcátegui because I never seen Caleb Plant be aggressive. It wasn't a ton of footage on either one of these guys, bro. So, like I said before, it wasn't gonna be my most accurate video prediction video. If I can't find footage, I gotta just go what I know off my memory and little footage I can find. Little man Houston, salute. Yeah, Jose didn't look trash. Jose just looked like he didn't have no energy, bro. He looked like he didn't have no game plan. They wasn't expecting Caleb Plant to punch as hard as he did. They wasn't expecting Caleb Plant to be the monstrous punches, to be aggressive. They were planning on walking down Caleb Plant. What Caleb Plant did, what he needed to do, and that was disrupt Uzcátegui's rhythm with a jab, and come forward and be aggressive. Now, he fought comfortably, aggressively. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times he liked to box in the back foot, be slick, look pretty, and just take pictures and stuff of that nature and pose for the camera. Tonight he fought like a natural aggressive fighter, and if he can mix that aggressiveness with them boxing skills in, quite frankly, I'm gonna just say this and put this out here. That's that's how Jamel Charlo supposed to be looking. To be honest, that's exactly the fight Jamel Charlo should have fought against Tony Harrison. The fight that Caleb Plant fought. Caleb Plant had the exact same problem as Jamel Charlo. That's why Jamel Charlo went over to Derrick James. He was a guy that was known to be more finesse, not enough aggressiveness, go side to side, box, really good boxer, slick fighter. And Jamel Charlo just threw that shit out, just threw everything he learned under Ronnie Shields and Lara, threw it out and just became an Earl Spence clone. And don't work for him. Caleb Plant found the perfect meshing point. He knew exactly when to be aggressive. He knew when to showcase his inside fighting ability. He knew when to go back to snipe. He knew how to control the distance. He beat Uzcátegui at all three ranges, from long range, pocket range, which was the middle area, the gray area, and he pretty much dominated him on the inside. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, it's no super middleweight that's more tested than Caleb Plant. To be honest, none of these super middleweights had the toughest competition on Caleb Plant level. Caleb Plant is probably, in my opinion, the most battle tested, and he probably is the best super middleweight. Yeah, he has snack on. We know. I've seen it on this thing. Yep. So you gotta put an asterisk by him. him being with Snack. Don't mean they cheating, just something you always just gotta think about. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he's the best. I think right now, in my opinion, I rank him as the best super middleweight. Lamont, salute. Yeah, he was fighting like Floyd on the inside. I think I put him as the best super middle. Because remember, David Benavidez, in my opinion, and I watched it at work. The Ronald Garville fight, I had him losing by a point after the knockdown. He got dropped by Ronald Garville. You know what I'm saying? And then he came back under Alex Reason and threw like a billion punches and still didn't knock him out. You know what I'm saying? Good fighter. Gilberto Ramirez, I think Caleb Plant he kills that guy. Callum Smith, he ain't been tested enough. That's why Canelo was trying to hone in on him. If I could wake up early enough tomorrow, I'll do a live stream about some news I got from Canelo. If not, I'll do a video version. Depends on when I get up. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I got some news on that front. And ain't going to be shouldn't be a shocker. You know what I'm saying? To nobody else. I agree. Canelo definitely avoids Caleb Plant at 168. That's a fact. That's a fact. C4 not lying. You know, at first, hell no. I'm going to tell you why Canelo avoid Caleb Plant at 164. I mean, 168. Because Caleb Plant he can make that catch weight. Whatever Canelo want to set that catch weight at, he can make it. Whatever the rehydration clause is going to be, he can make it. He got the style that Canelo don't like. Not only is he a boxer side to side, mover in and out, but he can be aggressive. I think Canelo Alvarez would avoid Caleb. He will fight Jermall Charlo before he fought Caleb Plant. That's a fact. He will fear Caleb Plant more than Jermall Charlo and Danny Jacobs. Because that dude can box, and he aggressive, and he got power, fast hands, fast feet, and he slick. Canelo ain't fighting him. I tell you that on everything I look. Canelo ain't fighting him. Nah, you'll see him get in there. He get in the same boat or the same plane as Jacobs, Andrade, and Charlo before he get in the same boat as Caleb Plant. Because that guy can accommodate his catch weight. He can accommodate his rehydration clause. He can accommodate whatever he want to do. He can accommodate. That's a bad style matchup. Real bad. Nope. They better be glad Caleb Plant ain't at 160 no more. He got a ton of experience tonight. And he should capitalize on that with another good fight. He should fight the winner, Caleb Truax and Peter Quillen. That's who he should do next. You know, let me look at the rankings real quick. Give me a second. He should capitalize that on another tough fight. Forget how can I say it? Forget a fucking always keep the rankings up, bro. Here I got them up now. Sometimes I'm gonna tell you when they last was updated, January 5th. Tell you to the top. If I was him, I'll look for another tough fight, man. I mean, obviously you're not gonna get the Darrell Uterman winner. I think Benavidez is gonna get that fight. I like the Caleb Truax, Peter Quillen winner. I like for him after that to go after Callum Smith and then go after David Benavidez at the end of the year. That would be my plan for him, man. If I couldn't get Smith, I would try to get Fedor Shuvranov. I'll try to get George Groves, even though he said he already outboxed every round and sparring with George Groves. That don't mean shit. Ask Eubanks Jr. I'll try to get Eubanks Jr. You know what I'm saying? And the James DeGale winner. You know what I'm saying? Those are the dudes I'm looking for him to fight next. The Quillen Caleb Truax winner. I'll look for him to get Fedor Shuvranov. You know, if that fella, then next I want to see him get Callum Smith. And then after that, then I like to see him fight 4 times this year. Then I like to see him get, David Benavidez at the end of the year. Yeah, I thought about fielding. Now he need to keep that momentum going. You know what I'm saying? He needs to keep that momentum going. He needs that momentum to keep going. He needs to fight somebody with more experience, somebody that got something more than him. Next fight, he don't need no soft touch, no soft home. Keep fighting tough competition. You know what I'm saying? Because none of the other champions have fought tough competition yet neither. Benavidez's first real test was against Garville, and I thought he lost by a point. the first fight. Okay, it was a close fight. You know, Callum Smith biggest win is George Groves. He had one shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Gilberto Ramirez, he don't even count. I remember when Plant tried to rock Benitez that fought Crawford. Yeah, that shit was he tried to sneak him because they was on some hoe ass shit, man. Jose did all that tough shit, talking, and then he get in there and get his ass whooped. People try to make that fight with Crawford and Benavidez closer than what it was, and it wasn't that close. Real talk, it wasn't that close. You know, it's different when you fight somebody that's taller, rangier. It wasn't that Crawford was scared of his power. It was like you gotta know how to attack a taller fighter. You know what I'm saying? You gotta the angle, the punch angles come different. You know, and styles make fights. You know, so like I said before, man, Caleb Plant, I didn't know he was gonna be that aggressive tonight. He was hella aggressive tonight, man. I told people, man, he could punch. You know, whole Caleb Plant feather. He just fought on the back foot. Can't nobody get. It's very, very few fighters in history that can really get a lot of leverage on their punches moving backwards or on the move. You're going to have to sit down and fight. And he showed that he could work on the inside, he could work in the gray area, he could work on the outside. He a problem. He a big problem. You know what I'm saying? He a type of problem that Canelo don't want because he can accommodate Canelo at catch weights. He can accommodate Canelo at rehydrate. He's not a big middleweight. He's not a big super middleweight. He's more of a middleweight. He's more of a middleweight. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, jab looked good tonight. I like to see him use the right hand a little bit more, but left hook was the punch. You know, he seen Uzcátegui was trying to come around the guard with the wild right hooks and the left hooks. He was trying to come with the Yaduge uppercuts. He stayed patient. You know, you're going to get hit in fights. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Nobody can get out the fight unscathed. What you do is you keep your guard up, you roll shots, you know, you step to the side, you get out of range, you disrupt the rhythm. A lot of people don't understand how much a jab can really help a fighter. You know, a couple of times Uzcátegui put him in a position with his jab. When he used his jab, he put Caleb Plant in a position where he didn't have no way but to cover up or fight out of the corner. Uzcátegui jab, when he used it, he put Caleb Plant on skates, and he didn't use his jab enough. You know, and I think Caleb could have doubled, tripled his jab up a little bit more. But Uzcátegui had a real pawn jab, put you in position, put Caleb Plant out of position sometimes. But if Caleb Plant was truly the finesse Caleb Plant tonight, he would have lost because Uzcátegui would have capitalized on him just fighting the back foot all night because he bagged him up. And he froze him a little bit with some body shots, man. But you got to jab, especially versus a pressure fighter. You know, we talking about guys that pressure that bring a lot of power. I think Andre Ward got a great quote. He said, "I don't understand why people." I'm paraphrasing here. Basically, run from the puncher. You should go to the puncher and to take away his leverage. Because a lot of punchers, like he fought Kovalev, they like to have leverage. They like to keep you at the end of the punches. But if you come forward, put them on the back foot, they can't punch hard. They can't really get that leverage. And a lot of guys like Uzcátegui, what Caleb Plant found out tonight is that, and what Floyd found out about Manny Pacquiao is that most guys like them, especially those Mexican guys or them guys that train in Mexico, even though he's from Venezuela, like Jose Uzcátegui, most of them dudes like your Leo Santa Cruz's and a lot of them fighters, man, they got to be set to punch. Okay, they can't be like Saddam Ali, even though he don't use it correctly, and punch on the move. You know when Pacquiao stop bouncing on his toes, he hit you with the hezzy, he about to punch. Don't worry about the feint. Worry about when he's setting up, squaring up. Well, I ain't going to say squaring up, but he in position, he stopped bouncing on his toes. You know he about to let that straight left hand go. Or you know he about to come in with the basic 1-2. Same thing with Uzcátegui tonight. When Uzcátegui sat down on his punches and his feet stopped tapping, he went on his toes, he flat-footed, he about to punch. So anytime these dudes sit down on their punches, that's kind of, you know, stationary, you know they about to punch. Triple H 1200, what's going on? Yeah. Uzcátegui didn't have no perspiration on his skin. It wasn't that he was just flat. He came in too light. But that's on him. Uzcátegui's a natural middleweight, just like Caleb Plant. It was nothing. Even if Uzcátegui was hydrated or he came out sweating, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. He had nothing for Caleb Plant. It wouldn't have mattered. That dude, it was just a better boxer. When you got a better boxer, and he beat him in every category. You talking about aggressiveness, inside, mid-range, outside, speed, was a better power punch. It's nothing that Uzcátegui could have done. Uzcátegui, he drew a bad hand. He fought the one fighter in the division that had his number. Because I believe Caleb Plant is a bigger puncher than everybody in the division, probably not named Callum Smith. And I'm not sure about that. Teflon Don, salute. I think Caleb Plant is a better puncher than all the rest of the champions, except for Callum Smith. He's the only guy that I wonder that may be a better puncher than Caleb Plant. We're talking about accuracy, dynamic, speed, aggressiveness, velocity. Power. Caleb Plant, checks off. Benavidez, he could. Gravel could just be a stone face, iron mountain chin dude, bro. He could be a hard face construction worker, and I could be wrong. But I think Plant is a more dynamic puncher than David Benavidez. It's just my personal opinion. But the division is good, man. You got two Mexican descent fighters as champions. I think Steph Curry hit 11 threes tonight. I ain't paying no attention to the NBA, man. The NFL was boring, man. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't really watch neither one of the games. I knew after the Charger game was 21-7, I started cleaning up my room and shit, bro. Then I had some crying fucking babies. I took them to the park. My dog, he got constipated or something. I don't know. So I've been out the loop. I seen the last drive of the Saints game. Then I caught the Joy Spencer fight. Then that's what it was. Congratulations, Criminal Rigondeaux. He had a fight tonight. Got a first round knockout. I got a video coming as well too, man. I'll probably drop it tomorrow. Be ready for the Broner Pacquiao prediction as well, y'all, man. I dropped it on the Patreon earlier Wednesday. So if you excuse me. I'm gonna put the links in the description real quick. But if you join the Patreon, you get it's only $2 a month for boxing. You get my prediction early. A lot of raw and uncensored content, trust me. Some of that raw and uncensored content you're gonna love, especially my food for thought tier. That's $5 a month. But I'm telling you, it's a lot of conversations that need to be had on there that you guys, I'm telling you guys really gonna like, man. I'm gonna start Chronicles of being a stepfather. I got shit on there about relationship. I do hood series. But take advantage of that boxing tier while it's $2, man. Y'all definitely gonna enjoy that. But I'm happy for Caleb Plant, man. I'm truly am, man. I'm happy for a dude. I didn't know Uzcátegui had lost a kid as well. He ended up having 6. Uzcátegui lost a child as well, man. So couldn't imagine that, man. 2 tough guys, man, that I want to see fight again, man. I was sure that Uzcátegui was winning. He was going to the zone. No inside information. I'm sure he won. He was going to the zone. He was going to fight Canelo Golovkin. But one king salute. But yeah, Caleb Plant impressed me, man. He really did impress me, man. That's how you go out there and get a title, man. He ain't no paper champion, man, or paper title holder. He ain't Tristan Wick salute. He ain't no paper title holder. He went out there, and I remember him earning his title the hard way. Ain't none of these other dudes earn their title like he earned his. I can't remember who Ramirez earned his title against, but it pretty. Oh, did he beat like Mac Brunex or he beat Arthur Abraham or something? He didn't earn that fucking title, bro. David Benavidez got a vacant title because Badou Jack moved up, and he was supposed to. Matter of fact, Anthony Durrell was supposed to fight Callum Smith for that title. That fell apart. I'm not going through that story again. And I knew when I asked him in New York during Golovkin and Danny Jacobs weekend, he wasn't gonna fight Callum Smith. I'll tell you that right now. I could have told you that years back. But David Benavidez fought Gravel. He was down the WBC ranking. So ain't none of these dudes earn their titles the hard way like like Caleb Plant. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, none of these dudes at 168 earn that title like that, bro. And like Tony Harrison said today, he said, man, told you about the B-side. The B-side is hungrier. And that's right. We need more upset. It wasn't no fault of Uzcátegui. Uzcátegui, I don't think was going to babysit the belt. He could have was after the boxing. But at the end of the day, he had to get the fuck out the way. Another upset. I want more upsets. And everybody that's saying that Sean Porter is gonna get upset to I know I'm off topic here. Is gonna get upset to Ugis, man. Just watch it. Just watch that. It's no, I mean, I will be surprised. I will be shocked if Ugis upset Sean Porter. Ugis is just not active enough. That's a bad style matchup for Ugis, and that's why K Diddy approved that fight. I'm not sure. I don't think Uzcátegui has a rematch clause. Not after only one title fight. He had one title defense. Didn't have a title fight because DeGale dropped the belt. He was already interim title. So I don't believe so, but I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. But Caleb Plant earned that title. It's a lot of young talent there. But like I said before, Canelo Alvarez don't. Canelo Alvarez, Derek Bailey, he ain't going after Caleb Plant. Canelo Alvarez will fight any of them niggas at middleweight before he fight Caleb Plant, excuse me. He won't fight him. That's a bad style. Caleb Plant is a better fighter than Jamal Charlo. Caleb Plant is a better fighter than Danny Jacobs. Caleb Plant may be I think he's a better fighter than Golovkin right now. That's a bad style for Golovkin. I don't know how Golovkin will move up to 68, but obviously Caleb Plant is a middleweight. You know what I'm saying as well. The boxer showed up tonight. I got AB saying, wait, nah. No offense, Ronald Finkley. Them two different fighters, bro. Them is two different fighters. Caleb Plant is a real fighter. He's a real boxer puncher. He a guy that let his hands go. He understands angles. The only question about Caleb Plant was that could he be aggressive and come forward and be aggressive and push Jose Uzcátegui back. AB, I mean, we got questions about AB everything. AB corner is a question. AB footwork is a question. AB can't counterpunch. AB not slick as Caleb Plant. AB don't have the defense. It's too many questions for Adrian Broner. It's too many questions. You know, it's just he that world's away. Cool man said, man. Caleb Plant is what Jamel Charlo should be. You know, real talk. That's what Jamel Charlo should be. If anybody remember, Jamel Charlo, the 54-pound Charlo, was a guy that fought just like Caleb Plant. You know, they had the same questions after he fought Bonas Monterosian. They said he robbed Monterosian because Monterosian came forward all night. But, you know, Charlo got into it with Ronnie Shields, and he got with Derrick James, and he wanted to become more of an aggressive fighter. And he just thought he was Earl Spence. He needed to do exactly what Callum Smith did. I mean, I keep calling him Callum Smith. Caleb Plant did tonight. Still box and move, but be more aggressive. It wouldn't be a bad idea for Jamel Charlo to go train with Caleb Plant in the Mayweather gym, man. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Real talk. Because Jamel Charlo fight the same way, but you would never know it if you didn't watch his career early on. Caleb needs to work on this. I don't think his stamina was an issue. I think he got bad advice. I really do. I think Caleb Plant got bad advice. They told him to pace himself. And when they said pace yourself, that's when he started psychologically thinking about, oh, I'm getting tired. Because even when he looked like he was tired with his mouth open, he was setting an amazing pace, fighting on the inside, catching and shooting. Even when people thought Uzcátegui had buzzed him, he didn't buzz him. He just disrupted his rhythm, knocked him off balance a little bit, but he came right back. And he was still fighting the same pace. His corner made some rookie mistakes tonight. They put in his mind that he'd get tired. When his coach said, oh, you need to get back to the jab and stop fighting as fast so much. No, keep the same pace. You know, if you know, he didn't have more experience. Uzcátegui had never been 12 before. Uzcátegui clip bust salute. Uzcátegui had never been 12 before. He never been 12. So, you know, at the end of the day, as a corner, you got to do your full research on these fighters. He got to do these full research on his fighters. You got to do your full research on these fighters. Uzcátegui had never been that deep. He been 10. That's it. He been 10 3 times. One time with Korobov, one time with Porky Medina. Like Caleb Plant went 12 with Porky Medina. And then he had one more other guy I never noticed that went 10 with. Then, no matter of fact, he went 10 with the guy he just fought. His corner made some rookie mistake. Well, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. You know, everybody gonna learn, and you know you gotta study yourself as a corner. You know, when you go back and look at the fight, don't mess with that guy pace like that. Don't put it in his mind he getting tired because he was fighting at a high pace. Plant's corner scared him. He could have possibly stopped him if he had kept up that pace. It's exactly body snatcher. They broke his rhythm, telling him to slow down. But at the end of the day, it worked. They know they fighter. We don't. It worked. But they were misinformed when he said that Uzcátegui had more experience going 12. No, he did not. I did that basic ass research. That's one of the first things when I break down a fight I look at. I look at height. I look at reach. I look at resume. I look at have you been 12 before? You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing I look at, man. Have you been 12 before? That's the first thing you got to look at. Have you been 12 before? You look up and down and you see, oh, he been 10, he been 12. And sometimes it's deceiving, you know, what type of 10 or 12, you know, 10 or 12 rounds you've been in. You know, you know, you know. I think, you know, Uzcátegui went through a hard 10 with Korobov. I watched that fight on ESPN Live, on HBO Live. They thought that was going to be the new Triple G, you know, Korobov. I didn't see it at the time. But Korobov was an excellent two-handed fighter. People forget he dropped Uzcátegui twice hard. You know what I'm saying? He dropped Brian Vera hard. I don't know why he don't get knockouts, but Korobov can punch, and that's kind of showing me that Jamal Charlo had a chin. I'm gonna talk about this Devin Haney fight a little bit too, and shout out to Joey Spencer as well, man. But don't forget to check out our sponsor, the Hellblaze, thehellblaze.com. Especially for everybody that's into fitness and you into, you know, everybody, you know, pretty much treading lightly on some of these products you get on the market that's causing cancer. They got muscle relaxer rubs, hair pomade, lotion, toothpaste, bath bombs, foot soaks, you know, for our ugly ass feet, man. For all my dudes that want to go to the nail parlor and get their feet done, they got all that shit to help you out, man. The website in the description, you get 18% off of my promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. You know, go check them out. That promo code for 18% off good, even if they got a discount or to cut down, you're gonna for sure get that 18% off. But yeah, FS1 has some biased commentary. I thought Andre Dirrell, I keep calling him Andre. I thought Anthony Dirrell brought some balance there tonight. He's seen a lot of good things from a fighter perspective that kind of negated what the fuck I was listening to from Ray Mancini. Ray Mancini work sucked though. Vince say the body snatcher say it worked, but Jose didn't start landing clean until he slowed down. Jose was hurt bad a couple of times. Yep, definitely agree off that. Winkelberto Ramirez vacates the WBO. Will Top Rank still hold that belt? Yeah, they're gonna find a way to give it to him. They probably gonna order Jesse Vargas versus the dude out the World Series of Boxing. You know, hold on. They gonna order him versus the dude from the World Series of Boxing. World Series of Boxing, man, over there where the professional fights don't count. I think he in the rankings. No, he ain't in the rankings right now. He not in WBO. I don't see him in those rankings. Let me see if I see him in somewhere else. A lot of the hardcore fans, like the real hardcore fans, no, I don't see him in the rankings no more since he signed with Top Rank. Shit. Cause I can't pronounce that motherfucking name. Yeah, I don't see him in there no more. I know he signed the Top Rank. Maybe he lost to some shit or maybe he moved up a division. I don't know. It was like the Vijay Singh guy. Yeah, I don't see him in the rankings no more. So I'm not sure what happened, but they had a guy, man. And then David Benavidez gonna tune up against Jalen Love. The dude that started with a V. It looked like VJ Singh from golf, but it's VEND something Singh. I don't know the dude's name. He was in the World Series, but he ain't ranked no more though since he signed with Top Rank. So I don't know if he moved up, if he lost. He just signed with Top Rank last year, you know. So I would thought they would put him in with Jesse Vargas for the vacant belt. But remember, it's dumb if he go to super middle light heavyweight because he gonna get his dick knocked in the dirt over there. Trust me, for real. Yeah, the Indian dude. Yep, exactly him. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I thought they was gonna put a heart in here for him with him for that WBO title. What do you think about it? Think of BS versus Plant. I like Plant. I like Plant right now. That's maybe a knee-jerk reaction. I think Benavidez got some work to do. He got a fight in March. Then he got fight. Then he probably might get a chance at Uterman and Anthony Dirrell winner. I never thought Anthony Dirrell was gonna be an easy fight for him, but I actually to see Anthony Dirrell retiring after he get that belt, I don't really think he's going to fight David Benavidez if he didn't want to fight Callum Smith. So that fight happened at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, they might try to push Tank and Gervonta Tank Davis and Tevin Farmer to pay per view. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't be surprised if they don't move that shit to pay per view, and they might package David Benavidez and Caleb Plant with that. I think I'm sensing a pay per view like they were supposed to have at the end of the year, where Wilder and kind of Fury ate that pay per view up. So I think you're gonna see that stacked pay per view this year. If some of these fighters keep winning, man, you may see a Santa Cruz, Gary Russell, or something like that. And I got a video coming up, and I'll take questions in a minute. I got some videos. Ray Zones going on. Salute. Spencer. I mean, I'm not even gonna talk about Spencer like I don't talk about FA and Jobway. They got a long ass way to go. You know what I'm saying? Spencer is a baby. You know what I'm saying? 5-0. Take his time. It's really nothing to talk about. He doing what he's supposed to do. Same as FA and Jobway. I refuse to watch FA and Jobway until he step up in competition. It's just too early. I really don't go out my way to watch those, though, especially the heavyweight prospects, man. I don't go my way to watch those dudes until later on. I let them get their balance, their coordination, and then once they step up to that top 15 level, man, then I start paying them some attention. As far as Joey Spencer, I watched him tonight, man. I'm always going to show Michiganders. He up there from Flint, the Flint area in Linden. Show him some love. But, yeah, he got a long way to go, man. You know, but talk about Devin Haney. I don't think I got one plan to get in one or two more fights before fighting Benavidez. He beat Benavidez right now. I think Benavidez will need to 1 or 2 more fights before Plant will. Benavidez, people forget he got tired versus Garville in the first fight. Then he employed Alex Ariza, and then he threw like a billion punches, and then he got popped for cocaine, which I think was a masking agent like Tyson Fury for something else. So I've been skeptical, even though Caleb Plant was snacking. We can have that conversation. I felt really skeptical about David Benavidez, bro. I feel really skeptical about that, and that kind of went under the radar. But I like him as a fighter, but I think Plant will beat him right now. He don't punch hard enough. You know what I'm saying? He don't punch hard enough. He lacking power. He gonna have to build his strength up. You know what I'm saying? He got to build his strength up, and he got stamina issues. And Garville is a tough fighter, but he dropped Benavidez at the end of that first fight because he was tired. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Garville is nowhere on the level of Caleb Plant. I don't think he's the puncher of Caleb Plant either. So in my opinion, I'm gonna say that Benavidez gonna need to fight, but he gonna have to get the fight. Excuse me, but he gonna have to get the fights. And I say, and you know, yeah, I acknowledge that he was down with Snack, but Trevor Reese got a history too. I said Trevor Reese. Alex Reese got a history too. So it's fair game, it sounds like. Because we do know this. We do know Benavidez has stamina problems in the first reveal fight. We do know that he got with Alex Reese and started throwing a billion punches. We do know he got popped for cocaine. That could be used as a masking drug. Or they said he got popped for cocaine. They could be covering up because WC gonna cover up for Mexicans, bro. So like I said before, that's why I was always skeptical about that, bro. You know, so that's something to look at. But true about Benavidez, but he throws a lot more punches in combination. Is big as shit. I believe his whole heart is that Benavidez was juicing Plant did show a bigger puncher than we thought. He's a bigger puncher than Benavidez. I say that right now. Benavidez got a punch by accumulation because he can't punch. He can punch, but he's still building up his strength. He's still young. He got to build up his strength. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant is a grown man. How old is Benavidez? Give me a minute. How old is David Benavidez? One second. 22, yeah. Yeah, he's 22. And for everybody that don't understand, bro, about when you 20 or 22, man, there's no way you can be even making a way. There's no way you could be at your physical most strongest. I'm aware that Caleb playing with Snap. I already acknowledged that, bro. Corby versus Plant. Plant ain't gonna get hit by that bullshit Jamal did. Remember, Jamal did it on 1 week notice. But Caleb Plant is a better fighter than Jamal Charlo. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. But, Benavidez got time to build up his strength, bro. Like I said before, anybody that follow bodybuilding, I used to lift a lot, man. I got to get back to that shit. But I used to lift a lot. A lot of the strongest bodybuilders, clean, dirty, whatever you want to classify them as, they don't get strong until they in their mid-30s, bro, in their 30s in general. That's when they start. Most of the guys you see compete on the highest levels in their 30s. So he's still a kid. He's still a teenager, Benavidez. So he still got plenty of time to build up his power, build up his strength. That's why I don't trip about B-Hop, Lil B-Hop. I don't trip about Virgil Ortiz. I don't trip about Ryan Garcia. I don't trip about Stevenson. I don't trip about Teofimo Lopez. I don't trip about Devin Haney. They got plenty of time to build up their strength as fighters. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that, if I was conditioning a boxer, a lot of that would have to do with the legs and the core. I wouldn't even do anything of power upper body, from the chest on up. I wouldn't even do shit of power. All my power exercises would be legs, your deadlift, your lower back, your glutes, your legs, a lot of calf raises, a lot of mountain climbers, a lot of steppers. Everything will be legs and the core. A lot of core work, and I would just do, calisthenics up top because that's unnecessary muscle mass that you need to build. I do a lot of calisthenics, a lot of pulling, push and pulls. I do a lot of, resistant bands. I do a lot of just the light shit or, picking up to 10 pounds, doing a lot of reps, a lot of sets, a lot of reps. Just lean out up top. Up top don't tell you the true definition of strength and conditioning. Down from your stomach down low, that's what's gonna keep you in the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not concerned about his stamina, bro. That's not a concern. That's not a concern. Everybody's talking about his stamina. His stamina wasn't concerned. His coaches put that shit in his mind. He wasn't tired. This guy started slowing down when his corner told him to slow down. Stamina not an issue for him. Nope. That ain't no issue for him. His corner put that shit in his mind. He fought a good, strong fight. A good, strong fight. And his corner make that change. His corner make that change. I remember we used to work hard, man. Saturday was a calisthenic day, man. Trust me. I love to miss fucking Saturdays, bro. I had to go to class and shit. I meet my niggas. We meet at the gym about 10 in the morning. I get there early because I do my mile. I hit my miles in before I lift. Everybody call me crazy, but if I don't get in the gym and I don't do my cardio first, I ain't gonna do that shit. So I knock my cardio out first. Even to this day, I still get on there and do my 2 or 3 miles, and then I lift. And people say it's backwards, but it kind of helped me though, because when I'm fresh and I'm like lifting against niggas for money, because that's what we do sometimes, I'm fresh. So, I'm used to, hitting the weights after doing 2 or 3 miles. But long story short, my nigga, he put like, my boy, he bring the deadlift belt. Well, he bring the weight belt up. When you put the belt around your weight, you put the plates. This motherfucker put like 5 plates on this motherfucker, bro. This nigga started doing body dips. That nigga blacked out and tipped over into the crunch machine. That shit was funny as hell, bro. Every time I see that nigga, I laugh about that shit. Say nigga thought he was fucking Meteor Man or some shit. What was my goals? My goal was losing weight. When I stopped playing football, I just leaned out, and then just built up my strength after that. But my goal was always the legs. Legs was my shit, and just building up my strength, bro. I wasn't lifting for mass, you know what I'm saying, or for muscle. I was just lifting for conditioning. in strength. That was my goal, just conditioning. I would work, or do a lot of cardio work, hit the track, lift. You know, I was linked out like a motherfucker. Then, you know, obviously you get in relationships and shit, and you know, I would go out drinking. You know, I go to bachelorette parties and shit, bitches shaking their ass, and go to the club, drink, and I wake up 2 or 3 hours and go wake up. You could do that shit when you in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? You do that shit when you in your 20s. Right now, shit, nigga, I'll be 30 in 2 months, bro. Nah. Boxing talk salute. You know, that's the best way to test if you're willing to keep going mental. Like Manny said, yeah, man. I mean, I used to work out with a lot of different dudes, man. When I worked out before I get to this Haney shit, I worked out with a lot of different, like, dude, like the best workouts, bro. To be honest, they might be with the penitentiary niggas, bro. I used to work out with the niggas in the pen. You know, I just had niggas come in there drunk, and them niggas can lift, like really go nigga, like, you know. I used to really lift out with the pen niggas. I'm 6'2". I used to work out with the pen niggas, like the pen niggas, like just got out type niggas, bro. So that, you know, we all had these motherfuckers called good mornings, bro. Man, fuck your back up. Then they had the motherfucking they kind of like tricep extensions with the curl bar. I can't do them, dog. Fuck them, fuck your joints up. I can do them, but it was just fucking my joints up after a while. Yeah, I do cardio last, because when you run, your body gets less sore. Shit, I ain't doing that. When my body's sore, I ain't doing that motherfucker at all. Once I'm getting done lifting, bro, I'm getting me a fucking smoothie, a protein shake, and I'm done, bro. I'm walking right past that damn track, right past that car, right past that treadmill, right past the elliptical, right past the Stepmaster. I ain't even getting on the fucking bike and try to lie to myself. Niggas get on that bike and think they doing something. Bullshit. I go right to that treadmill, get my water. It feel good too when you get off the meal. Lift, I'll be good. You know what I'm saying? Them good mornings will have your hamstrings and back burn. You ain't lying, bro. Them motherfuckers penitentiary dangerous shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know only pen niggas did that shit. Mainly pen niggas in the pen did that shit. That's some OG grip. Yeah, man, you ain't lying, bro. Nigga had about 3-4 plates on that mother. I'm like, look here, dude. Y'all called me a bitch today, man. My elbows can't take that shit. I ain't about to be wrapped up like a mummy. That's why you see all them old niggas wrapped up like a mummy, bro. You can't be powerlifting for 365 for 20 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man, fuck that. You can't be powerlifting 365. Man, I'll be working out with some niggas that was in the NFL. I worked out with niggas in the league, getting ready for the combine. A lot of them niggas working on their lateral strength and working on just without weights, dog. You know, once you work out with different people, you know, that's how I got better. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get better. I'm gonna talk about this. Talking about Devin Haney and hey, I like the dude in NG. I don't know, in Johnny-O. I don't know his name, but the dude, you know, the dude with that fought Devin Haney this weekend, I like him. I want to see him again, man. Al Hammond to sign that South African dude, man. That dude has some good work for Haney. He was in unbelievable shape. He just needed a little bit more, you know, seasoning as far as trainer, but he held the IBO. I know people don't rate the IBO, but he held the IBO before, so he was a respectable opponent, man. And I'm telling you, man, Devin Haney is special. Yeah, in Johnny. Devin Haney was special, bro. Devin Haney is, and Johnny special too. I think in Johnny can win a world title at 35. You know, and Johnny was special, bro. There was 2 special fighters in there, man. And Haney is strong as shit. Devin Haney is strong as shit. Did you see the pics that Derrick James posted? Errol Spence, people all in the comments section talking about how he ain't in shape. No, I ain't seen that, bro. And Johnny was going to Golden Gloves. And Johnny is a good fighter, bro. He is a real good fighter. Devin Haney beat a really, really good fighter. Man, that was a good fight, man. That kind of reminded me of that fight Julian J. Rock Williams had with the other undefeated guy. You know, the other undefeated guy didn't go on and do much, for what I understand. I hadn't followed his career. But that's what you need right there. You know what I'm saying? You need you need fights like that. Are you talking about these fights that Arrow had on with the Dallas with the belt? Yeah, he don't look in shape though. But I mean, he in the cutting phase right now. Yeah, he in the cutting phase right now. Yeah, I seen that shit. Yeah, a lot of fighters look flat like that when they do their promos and they pictures. A lot of these dudes be thinking these dudes be looking ripped. They don't be fucking ripped. How what they got about what? About 2 months out? I mean, Floyd Mayweather be looking flat. Pacquiao look flat. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right now he cutting weight. When you cut weight, it don't necessarily mean you're gonna be defined. Defined. He'll be in shape. Trust me. He'll be in shape. From fight night. I ain't worried about that shit. Right now he cutting the weight off. You know? But let them bet you. Because he still look better than Mikey ass. But talk about Devin. I like Devin. I like Devin a hell lot. He looks how he look at the weigh-in. Exactly. I like Devin. Devin is better than Teofimo Lopez. And I can believe that Devin Haney said that he beat the fuck out of Teofimo Lopez. I can believe it, bro. That motherfucker is strong. He can punch. He can fight on the inside. Him and Caleb Plant had a come out performance. Him and David Plant had coming out performances this weekend, man. Real talk. They had two. I don't know what was the better fight. They had great performances, man. Great. LeBron, I'm from Detroit. Don't be a dumbass. Broner ain't winning, bro. I could be wrong. Broner ain't winning. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Don't believe in Broner. This nigga remember, I went to see him versus Vargas. I wasn't impressed. I'm gonna be looking for you, CJ, just to book in our Airbnb with my team. I'll be looking for you. Just book the Airbnb for my team. Oh, you going to Dallas? Yeah, I'm getting ready to book that shit, man. See what's going down, man. I kind of want to stay home because it's gonna be my birthday. My girl, they want to do some special shit, man. But I don't know, man. I want to go out to Texas. If I don't go out to Texas, I'll probably go see Bud and Kine, bro. I'll probably get some $10 seats. He said on some fluke shit, not a dumbass. Yeah, I mean, maybe AB can beat him on some fluke shit. I don't know. I'll be paying attention. I'm watching the fight. I ain't mad. If he win, I ain't mad. But if Broner win, it may be the worst thing in his life. You know what I'm saying? Old girl came out and dropped a video talking about how Broner had sexually harassed her at a VIP section last June. So he facing 2 cases. So, of course, she came out right before the fight to get some clout and blurred her face. So I can't, man. Man, you can't do nothing, man. I feel bad for like these kids in middle school and shit. Remember, we used to snap the bitches, snap the bitches. Remember, used to snap the bitches bra strap in school and grab the little girl booties. Remember the girl in middle school, man. Girls was developing then. Girls had little legs, little calves, and little asses. And girls had some titties. Now these girls are like grown women in middle school, man. So you can't do shit that we used to do as little niggas, man. I used to be cuffing bitches' titties, playing with their nipples and shit, man. You know, having them sit on my lap, man. I dare not tell any little nigga to do that these days, bro. I dare not tell them niggas to do that, bro. Tell my son, man, don't even fuck. Man, hell no. Just take her to the crib, bro. Have her sign this consent form. And give my son like 20 consent forms to go in his book bag going to high school, nigga. You gotta give him consent forms and condoms now, nigga. Like, shit crazy. You gotta give your kid consent forms and condoms now. Not all of us men gotta walk around this bitch like we Justin Bieber or some shit with consent forms for sex. Man, these niggas don't want you to reproduce, bro. That's what's wrong, dog. And then these women play right into it, dog. Especially black women, bro. But black women not really, bro. I mean, you just they tougher to crack as far as their attitudes and shit though. Depending on like if you really, really want a good one. But I mean shit you gotta put up with, man. You know what I'm saying? Just shit you gotta put up with. You know what I'm saying? You know, white girls, man, it depends, man. They just too sometimes they just submit too much, man, and sometimes you be wanting more. You know, you be wanting to watch like, you know, fucking Dolomite, and you be wanting to motherfucking watch Which Way Is Up, and then they don't be understanding the humor. I ain't got time to be trying to bind or trying to jail that culture, you know, or trying to fill that gap in. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to watch Friday with my chick and laugh, and we laugh at the same shit, and we come from the same culture. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily gotta be a hood rap, but shit, you gotta be, you know, black. And where I come from, ain't a lot of Puerto Rican chicks, bro. So I don't know how I feel for you niggas in New York that married all that fuck all the Puerto Rican chicks. We got Mexicans, and I don't, like I said, all my friends black. I ain't never had a white friend in my life, bro. As far as like in school or I done kicked in and had, you know, white employees I still talk to this day. But as far as like nigga hang out, go to the bar, toss some dollars at some hoes at the titty bar, I ain't never had I ain't never had no white friends like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had a few white managers I worked with, you know, fuck the bitches or something, but as far as like cool, nah, that ain't really never been me, bro. I always went to HBCU, went to black schools, you know, went to a public school for a couple of years. That's just, you know, that's just me. I don't go to Southwest. Last time I went to Southwest, I played a basketball game at Chassis, bro. Or I went to the races a couple of years ago, and nigga, I was out. So I don't really. That ain't just my thing. I just stick with the sisters for the most part, bro. That's just me. No one will understand black men like black women. Vice versa. Hey, you ain't lying. Shit, they still don't understand black men to the T, man. But yeah, back to Devin, man. I like that, Devin. He said, "Stop lying." She said, "You know you and a white boy Rick." Nah, bro. That nigga went to jail before I was born, bro. Right on the year I was born, he was already gone, bro. That nigga was a snitch. You know. I don't go to Southwest. I don't really have no. I went to school at Number Streets, but we had like one. I don't know what she was. Puerto Rican. That bitch had an attitude. I ain't had time for that shit, bro. And then, you know, fuck that. It was just like I'm straight. But yeah, I like Devin this weekend, man. Devin got a bright future. I say about three or four more fights this year. I want to see him legitimately fight Ray Beltran, Dennis Shavakov, Anthony Corella, and maybe Luke Campbell. Those are the three of them four. I want to see him and Teofimo Lopez. If Teofimo Lopez truly feel like he's ready, they need to fight the three of them. You know, if they truly feel like they're ready, I mean Ray Beltran, Ray Beltran, Anthony Corella, Luke Campbell, Dennis Shavakov. You could probably throw Robertson Jr. in there too if he move up. Them dudes, Fury Style salute. Them dudes need to fight them type of guys, man. Look at Erickson Lubin. Erickson Lubin never had a fight that Devin Haney had, and he fought for a world title. He never had no tough, undefeated contender like that. Erickson Lubin never had that type of fight going into the Charlo fight. He never had that fight going into the Charlo fight. He never had that. You know, so Devin Haney need to capitalize on that. He need to get active. And possibly get him a Showtime spot. You know, get you a Showtime spot. You know, fight one of them dudes, dude. Fight one of them. You know, I'd like to see him fight Anthony Corella next. Luke Campbell. You know, Dennis Shavakov would be a good measuring stick. Ray Beltran would be a good measuring stick. You know, Devin Haney should be back in the ring in like April, bro. He should be fighting on that Jared Hurd and Julian J. Rock card, bro, in Brooklyn. That'd be great exposure versus him. You can bring Anthony Corella over. You can go find Dennis Shavakov. You can go find one of them dudes, bro. It's time to really step up and fight a couple top 10 contenders. But like I said before in my other video, man, I did not like the fact the way they treated Floyd Sr. in that corner, man. I picked up on that, man. If you don't disrespect guys with that type of knowledge in that ring, you know what I'm saying? You know, if they don't need Floyd, if I'm Floyd, I said, if y'all need me, y'all want me to be behind the scenes doing all the work, and then the daddy get all the glory calling the fight. Like, fuck that. Either I'm going to train Devin Haney and you going to be second in command, or I'm not training him. And if it's true that Devin Haney daddy don't like Floyd Mayweather Jr., well, get the fuck out of my gym. If it's true that what I read and when I was sent that he was hating on Floyd Sr., was hating on Floyd Jr., but you want to give, that's some Oscar De La Hoya type shit. You don't like Floyd Jr., but you want to get my daddy to train you. Like, nigga, like, there's some weird ass niggas out here, man. Some real hating ass niggas out here, bro. Like, if you don't like me, don't train in my gym. If you're gonna speak bad about me, don't train in my gym. That's fucked up. There's a reason why Floyd backed up and wasn't in the corner in the later rounds. Yeah, man, get it. I'm like, man, I'm done, man. Okay, it's gonna come a point where that man, Devin, and I don't know Devin Haney Sr. background. I don't know his background, but it's gonna come a point where you gonna need the experienced dude in the corner. Your son gonna go through a tough time. Your lungs ain't never burnt in the 10th round. You ain't gonna know where to send them at. You know, and that's these niggas be living through their kid. These dudes in boxing, man. That's why I wouldn't even want my pops to train me in boxing, bro. You know, these dudes need to stay managers and controlling the career. They want to get the credit. You know, they want the credit. They want the credit. They don't want the best for their sons, man. They don't. They want glory. They want to get the glory that their son get. They want to feel like their son got in there, got a knockout. I got a knockout. You know, they want to feel like that shit just was disgusting. I don't like to see like the coaches is who I value as the true meaningful stars of boxing right now. You know, because they got the most game. You know what I'm saying? They got the most game. You know, he gonna disrespect Floyd like that. Too many of them niggas disrespect Floyd like that, the senior. You know? There's something that must have happened behind the scenes before the fight. This had been going on quite some time. Remember, they said Floyd wasn't in the ring because his mother has died last time. But they had broke up before, Floyd Sr. and Devin Haney camp. And then he had broke up with Andrew Tabiti as well too. He's real diligent. You know what I'm saying? He's real military style. It's my way to how he want to run the show, how he run the show. And I think as a coach, he deserved that. You know, if you want my game, you want my time. We gonna train hard or not. And a lot of these dudes don't really want it. Father, living through their son's dream. They don't really want it. He don't really. I mean, these dudes, man. I'll be listening to everything this man had to say. I'll be listening to everything this man had to say. Because he ain't never built no world title. I mean, Floyd built one of the greatest living world title holder. I mean, the greatest active, exhibition fighter of all time in Floyd Mayweather. He built that man. But obviously you pegged him to train your son. All of a sudden he doing the mix with your son. I ain't seen Devin Haney Sr. Devin, whatever his damn daddy name is, do the mix. What's happening is this dude is doing all the work behind the scenes. Eubanks do the same shit. Tabiti do the same shit. And Devin Haney and them do the same shit. They use his game and use his game plan and then take the credit when the lights on. Man, if I'm Floyd Sr., man, fuck them. Real talk. Fuck them. I'm dead ass serious, man. Fuck them, man. I fuck them, dude. I'm living my best life. Remember the run that Oscar went on until Oscar started fucking up? Yeah, he was training Oscar on a dog ass run. They don't like that old school trainer. They like that Freddie Roach pushover type trainer. But hey, that's the same thing Sweet Pea Whitaker said back in the day why he couldn't be a trainer. These dudes don't want to work hard. Exactly. He tried to train Zab Judah for one fight. It was an Amir Khan fight. It didn't work. These dudes don't really want to put in that work. All these dudes want to cut corners, and eventually it's going to show. Eventually it's going to show. When you don't want to run them miles, when you don't want to hit the bag, what Roger Mayweather said, he said, I ain't got to tell my nephew how many times to hit the bag. He going to do that shit when he needs to do. I ain't got to tell him how many miles to run. He going to do that regardless. All I got to do is train him. Coolman7 say, I agree. He shouldn't train homie no more. I get it that he thinks he's the second coming of his son, but leave Haney alone. Yeah, I agree. Fuck him. And then when shit go bad, nah, man, don't come back here. Same thing Kenny Porter was on, bruh. Kenny Porter was at the Mayweather boxing gym, and he was saying, I whoop all the Mayweather trainers and shit like that. I whoop them all. But your son beat the fuck out of you. His other son beat his ass in the gym. All them Ohio niggas know that. Go ask Troy King. His son beat his ass. His other son, Kenny Porter Jr., beat his ass. But you around here talking shit like you gonna beat the fans' ass, like you gonna beat the other trainers. I'll whoop any trainer. Man, you got your ass beat by your son. You can raise your son with enough dignity not to put his hands on you. You know? And you doing all this shit talking about Floyd, but you training his gym. How do you go to somebody else's house, basically, and run your gap and talk shit about people? How do you go to somebody else talk that shit about them, but you in their house? No, homeboy, you got to get out. And eventually they did get out. You know, it was said that a lot of fighters didn't want to fight the MGM Garden or Grand, whatever the fuck it's called. A lot of these dudes didn't want to fight there. The Canelo said, I didn't want to fight there because Floyd Mayweather poster was up. That's the house that Floyd Mayweather built. That's why they built the T-Mobile Arena. Because guys, one of the reasons, that's a good reason they did build it, because guys didn't want to fight the MGM Grand no more, or the Garden, whatever they call it, because Floyd Mayweather fought there. Oh, Floyd Mayweather statue there. Like dudes is real particular. I remember someone talking about father training their son, and the amateurs can only take their son so far in professional boxing unless you've done it before. Unless you've done it before. Bartow's dad was a respected trainer as a trainer RP. He was a kickboxer MMA. Yeah, but he didn't fuck with his son's career. He stepped aside and let other dudes train his son because he cared about his son. Berto's whole family background came from a mixed martial arts or boxing background. That Tiger was a real one. If you look at it, not because he just passed. He never interrupted his son's career. He never hopped in a corner and started. He cared about his son too much. He let his son have his own trainer, his own coach, and he probably just assisted him amongst the way. What qualified Devin Haney daddy to be a coach? You know? Did he read a book like Joe Kawasaki daddy? That's all I be looking at, bro. I just don't like the disrespect of Floyd Sr., man. I didn't like that disrespect, man. But like I said before, man, he really believed in the kid. He cared about the kid. And then the kid, you know, kind of shoved him off after he tried to congratulate. I'm like, man, you know what, man? That could have been Freddie Roach. That could have been Joel Diaz. It could have been Robert Garcia. It could have been Barry Hunter. It could have been Mike Stafford. I didn't like that shit. I didn't like the way Adrian Broner was treating Mike Stafford. You know? I know I heard that about Haney, that he was a pimp or is a pimp. You know, but I don't know, man. I don't know if he was a fighter or not. I'm not saying that he was giving bad advice. I'm not saying he was giving bad advice. But it's going to come, like I said before, I wish the young dude nothing but the best. He's done something right to get to this point. But go ahead and let Floyd Sr. go, man. If these motherfuckers not going to respect this man, let him go. But yeah, let me get off here, man. Getting ready to turn it in, man. I got some videos for tomorrow lined up, man. I don't want to give them away, but yeah, the Broner prediction dropping, man. Y'all be on the lookout for the Broner Pacquiao prediction. I couldn't drop the Marcus Brown prediction with Badou Jack on Patreon. I wasn't feeling well, man. You know, I had to just wash all my seats and my covers and clean my room up, you know, out of dust and shit. So I'm feeling a little bit better. So I'm feeling a lot better now, though. So I was able to do this live stream, but yeah, I was fucked up earlier, man. And shit, I appreciate everybody for checking in, man. Make sure y'all go over to the Hellblaze. Go get some, man. If you want to donate, just go get some. They got some soaps, lotions, $5, $7. You get the 18% off of my promo code. Go check them out over there, man, as well. Also check out the Patreon, man. You get those early access to my predictions in the boxing tier. Check them out. The Raw and Sister content. I'm gonna be uploading some more content tomorrow, and my food for thought tier as well. You go check that out as well. Battle Rifle, why you hide him? Damn, Battle Rifle, why you hide a homeboy? I ain't even seen fucking Battle Rifle in this shit, man. Damn, Battle Rifle. Yeah, he ain't even did shit wrong. Damn, Battle Rifle just blocked your ass. I brought you back though, bro. Maybe you and him had beef, But yeah, I'll come back with the Browner prediction in the morning or something. If I get off here, I might just drop it off tonight, man. I might drop it off in the morning. But y'all be on the lookout, man. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Y'all know what it is. We gone.